Good day, it's Friday afternoon and I've realised I've not actually filmed a dicky bird this week. I've been mostly on a forklift, and phoning yourself while you're on a forklift is frowned upon. There's me. So I had a busy week selling potatoes, which has made a change because it's been fairly quiet, but this week's been proper manic, which is hopefully a good omen. But I'll just show you how much soil we've got out of the potatoes this week. That lot. 30 or 40 tonne. Crikey. And that's not through putting them in and not getting the soil out, it's just because it's so much claggy soil to the potatoes. Look at that. Or even. Well, there's a bugger. Just quietly having a quick clean. And we have these ropes so we can pull the airbags about, because it's obviously we need to pull it from the top because that's where it is on the rollers. And it's just got snagged up with this front wheel. Ooh! Got the tines under it to get some of the weight off. Right, see if we can get this going backwards. Certainly can't on one hand. Yeah, reluctantly just cut the rope. The devil, you could have done that if you wanted to. So it's in the sugar beet field. It's what, Saturday night? This is kind of how it looks. The wheat's dying off a bit. The beet actually in the main is looking like this isn't as cracked as the bit we just walked through, but if I look down, it's getting some cracks now. All in all, this was seeded just on a lovely bit of moisture and it's got away really well. So there's a bit of sticking soil. So we're just putting over this little grader which we just rigged up quick to shell a bit off. Well, shell a bit off, get some out, re-aerate the box so it dries. Every now and again where we get a gap between the boxes, this kind of thing happens. Just showing you this shitty one. So this would have had no sprout control because it's just a net in this little sunken, gooey, wet bit. So there's no way the gas could have got to that for sprout control. Trying to make its babies. So we're finding parts of the box are a little bit too moist. They're not fully dried out because the air's not getting through the box in some parts. It is just parts. So we're just putting them over this little grader I've just set up, just to get some soil off, to get some air in, to just dry the rest out so we can get the soil off. Total pain in the arse. I mean, as you can see, they are pretty lathered up in clay. So when it's dry, like I said before, it comes off really easy. Where it's a little bit damp, it's all handwork. So we want to get it this dry and then we can get the shale off. Much like that one. It comes off really easy. So we found there's that much loose soil in it, like the air's not getting through the boxes. Why would it? I wouldn't want to go through it. This is what I was talking about. Can you see that side's dry and this side's damp? That just shows how patchy, or the air really struggled to get part of this side of the box. Let's have a look in a box. So yes, as that tightens up, the air gaps go really tight in there. And there's the odd rot. It smells quite placid again. Nothing to be concerned about. But it's just stopping the air going through. The air's quite lazy. So I've just set the little grade line up. I'm not using the elevator because it's got a roller out and it's starting to hurt the belt, so I can't use the VHM. So I just left the little Hercules in place. So after they've been dressed, the air can get through now. It'll just come round here. There's a lot more air to be seen. 2 days like this and that soil will hopefully shell off quite nice. We're racing soil skips. Anyway, it's not all grading. I get the joy of fixing the boxes as well. So this one's just had a shin board fail, and it's so easy to do when you catch it on the, the forklift time when you're racing about. Yeah, it's one of those things. Keep on top of it. Creamy. I was about to say we've got a few bees and now they're flying around my head. Just about to see them. Well, it's a bit of a semi-sad day. These fastracs are going today. Not just one, but both of them. Just building it up with air to get the brakes off. So this guy on the right, this is Jack Immink. So Jack used to work for us when he was 16, just passed his test. He was really good. Didn't bend a brake or anything. If not, we'll just rev up. hear lots of wind, but I hope you don't. These are the last few marquee we planted. Can't remember how long ago now. But they're all starting to bud out now. Quite shocked how quick that has been. Well, the soils feel proper nice. Maybe take the gloves off a minute ago. Still don't feel that warm. But crikey, it's been like in the last few days. So you might have guessed I'm in a shed roof, but I'm actually at the top of all the boxes. We've been taking quite a few tons out in the last couple of weeks, and if you can see that bit of tape there, I hang a bit of whatever tape that's called on the sensor wire. So just, you can't quite see it. I've got a sensor just behind that post of the box. When I can see that hanging bit of tape, I know I've got to get up and remove a sensor. It's just a nice way of not pulling the sensor from the control box to the side, which is all too common. It's as soon as we see that, we know we need to get the sensor removed. Just thought that's quite a nice little handy tip for those who have the same sort of predicament as we do. So what we have here, so our agronomist John, he weighs samples of potatoes. So here we have sample 3 and it's 5.105 kilo. And then probably another 3 or 4 weeks he'll reweigh them and we can work out what we're giving away in dehydration. Then we know whether we've got the humidity right, and we can change things for next year. I'm going to cover these up again with some tubers. Oh, sorry, I just had to move them from over there. We're just about to send them over the grader. I thought I'd just show you this. I just thought it's a worm cast. So in this soil, I broke off the potatoes there. This is clung to the potato itself, and it lets me focus in. Excuse the squeak. You can see all the little young stock in there, and that's clearly had worms in there, and they've ejected or they've gone. They're brilliant, you just don't see that every day. Loading some grain out, as you can see. We've had about 12 loads to go, so a bit slow to the party. It was all sold quite a way forward. We'll be loading nearly one a day now for ages. Says Paul in the lorry yesterday. How does he know I've filled the front? I just thought he was keeping a beady eye on how many buckets I'm putting in. Always quite magic. It turns out that axle on the front of the lorry, or the lift axle, drops at 11 and a bit ton. So yeah, he's giving his tricks away. Now I don't know what it is about today, but crikey is squinty bright. Not in here. So, third bucket out the grader. Well, basically soil, loose shale off the potatoes. This is quite a big bucket, and this is quite quite a bit of weight on there. Finally, we're getting so many skips of soil. Just put them in this big bucket because when you rattle around the yard here, oh, this is cringe. We don't actually normally, traditionally, get a lot of soil out of potatoes when we're taking out of store, but the conditions at lifting were so horrific. It is what it is.